Some people learn insanely fast for one reason. They force their brain to work instead of absorb, and this is exactly how they do it. 1. Active recall. Here's what you're probably doing. Reading your notes, then reading them again, maybe highlighting stuff. Feels productive, right? Wrong. Research on learning shows that putting information into your brain doesn't make it stick. What works is pulling information out. You close your textbook and try to write down everything you remember. You struggle. You forget half of it. That struggle is the entire point. Over 200 studies confirm this. The harder you work to remember something, the stronger the memory becomes. But most people never do this because it feels uncomfortable. They'd rather reread the same page 10 times and feel like they're studying. 2. Spaced repetition. You cram for an exam, remember everything for 3 days, then your brain dumps it. Research on memory retention since the 1880s shows the same thing. Cramming is garbage for long-term learning. Your brain needs time between sessions. You study Spanish vocabulary today, review it tomorrow, then 3 days later, then a week later. Each time your brain has to work harder to retrieve it. That effort makes it permanent. Studies show spacing can double your retention, but spacing feels slower. You're not powering through 5 hours feeling accomplished. You're spreading it over weeks, like some kind of patient human being, which is why most people don't do it. 3. Chunking. Your brain can only hold about 7 items in working memory at once. That's it. Research on cognitive load shows that chunking lets you process way more without overloading. Instead of HORSE as 5 letters, you remember horse as one thing. Learning a language? Learn phrases, not individual words. Learning to code? Learn patterns, not syntax. Fast learners aren't holding more information. They're organizing it better. 4. Teaching to learn. Research shows that when people expect to teach material, they learn it differently. They organize information more clearly and figure out what actually matters. Explain it out loud to your wall, to your dog, to an imaginary person. You'll immediately notice where your understanding falls apart, where you're fuzzy, where you have no idea what you're talking about. That awareness is gold. You fix those gaps, and suddenly you actually know the material instead of just thinking you do. 5. Sleep between sessions. Research shows that sleeping between learning sessions gives you a twofold advantage: less relearning time and way longer retention. Your brain consolidates memories during sleep, literally rewiring itself to make them permanent. Study something, sleep, study it again. You're giving your brain processing time. But most people stay up until 3 a.m. cramming, get 4 hours of sleep, and forget everything by next week. Then they wonder why their brain feels broken. 6. Interleaving practice. Most people study one thing until they've mastered it, then move to the next thing. Feels logical. Also completely wrong. Research on learning shows that mixing different but related topics during practice beats blocked practice every time. Physics students who mixed problem types improved problem-solving accuracy by 50%. Your brain has to work harder to differentiate between concepts when they're mixed together, and that effort creates stronger memories. But interleaving feels messy and confusing. That confusion is your brain actually learning. 7. Immediate application. You can read about playing guitar for 6 months, watch tutorials, take notes. Then you pick up an actual guitar and realize you know nothing. Research shows real-world practice leads to better retention than theory alone. That's because your brain learns by doing, not by hearing about things. You write code instead of watching videos. You speak the language instead of memorizing tables. You'll be terrible at first, but that's the point. Your brain needs the struggle of actual application to form real skills. 8. Variation in practice. Research shows that when learning motor skills, changing how you practice improves mastery faster than repeating the exact same method. You're learning piano? Don't play the same piece the same way 50 times. Play it at different speeds, different dynamics, different focus points. Your brain has to adapt each time, and that adaptation strengthens the skill. This works because of something called reconsolidation. Your brain recalls the memory and modifies it with new information making it stronger. But most people practice the exact same way over and over, wondering why they plateau. Learning isn't a gift, it's a set of techniques, and every single one of these strategies is something you can start using today. If this made you rethink how you learn, hit like and subscribe because we're breaking down more psychology that changes how you approach things.